Today we've got a lineup of affordable classics in true project condition. From rusty sedans to half-finished muscle cars, these are the kind of finds that could be your next garage obsession. Let's dive in. 1. A 1973 Jeep Commando. A true off-road relic from the early 70s, this Jeep Commando is the kind of project that calls out to hands-on builders. The heart is a 304 V8, mated to a heavy-duty T15 3-speed and a Danet 20 transfer case. Solid, dependable components that could live again with some love. It does run, on a gas can for now, since the carburetor needs a rebuild. The drivetrain checks out good, but there are no brakes and the sale comes with no title. The body wears its years with pride, making it a prime candidate for a trail rig revival or a bare-bones junkyard beast revival. 2. A 1973 Ford Thunderbird. Big, bold, and unapologetically 70s, this Thunderbird still runs, drives, and stops despite showing its age in the paint and bodywork. Under the hood, a muscular 464V engine pushes this land yacht forward. Inside, it's surprisingly clean. No strange odors, just thick carpeting and classic bird styling. It needs some tinkering. An ignition lock swap, new part included, transmission cooler line repairs, and a proper gas tank to replace the makeshift fuel cell in the trunk. With a new water pump, master cylinder, and fuel pump already done, this is a running project ready to cruise the boulevard or roll into a junkyard photo shoot in style. 3. A 1978 Chevrolet Camaro. This late second-gen Camaro has been sidelined for months, waiting for someone to finish what was started. The SBC 350 engine with a TH 350 transmission is in place, but will need a distributor and carb to get moving. The floors have been replaced not too long ago, a big plus for any Camaro project. The body is mostly solid, though it could use some work to smooth out the edges. Showing 76K on the odometer, this is a fair price entry into the muscle car restoration game, or a solid base for a ratty, junkyard-look street bruiser. 4. A 1978 Pontiac Phoenix. Here's a garage-kept Pontiac that's been off the road since 1998, resting on concrete to keep the worst rust at bay. Minimal rust for its age, though it's powered by a Chevy 305 rather than a Pontiac mill. It last ran 2 years ago when a lifter started acting up, so it's not roadworthy as is. There's no title in hand, but the seller says one can be obtained if needed. With its survivor condition and solid bones, this Phoenix could rise again, whether as a sleeper street build or a low-buck classic with some patina left intact. 5. A 1976 Chrysler Newport. Parked for 3 decades but still complete, this full-size cruiser comes with a 400 engine and automatic transmission that will turn over but isn't currently running. The body is remarkably straight with rust limited to the trunk area, a rare find for a car that's been sitting so long. Once a symbol of American road trip comfort, this Newport could be revived into a budget-friendly classic or left in its aged glory as a rolling piece of junkyard-style art.
Six, 1968 Chevrolet Corvair. Once a surprisingly well-kept example, this Corvair has been sitting for over a decade after once being a solid driver. The seller had invested in a lot of maintenance before storage, new brakes and hoses, axle repair, a resealed engine, a new fuel tank, and a refreshed fuel system. The tinted glass and solid body add to its appeal, and under the rear deck sits the 110 horsepower flat 6 paired to a Powerglide automatic. There's no title, and time in storage means it'll need a full mechanical wake-up. But for someone hunting a rare rear-engined American classic on a budget, this is a low-mileage barn-find candidate waiting to be pulled back into the sunlight. 7. 1974 Chevrolet Camaro Roller. This second-gen Camaro spent years as a dedicated drag car before its current owner bought it with plans for a street project. It's now a roller with no engine or transmission, but the good news is in the hardware. Caltrax bars, adjustable front coilovers, Viking adjustable rear shocks, a 10-bolt rear with Moser axles, and 4.10 gears. The sale includes a brand new wiring harness, a tank's fuel tank with an electric pump, plus seats, interior panels, and assorted parts. There's some rust to address in the rear, and the mismatched 6-lug wheels are just for rolling it around. With a clean title in hand, this is a great starting point for anyone wanting a race-inspired street build or to bring it back to quarter-mile glory. Eight. 1965 Sunbeam Alpine Project. A classic British roadster with a loyal following, this Alpine was purchased years ago with dreams of transforming it into a Sunbeam Tiger clone. Those plans never materialized, and now it's up for grabs. Most parts are present, and it's been stored indoors in a heated space since the seller bought it, though it had previously been exposed to the elements. It's a total restoration candidate, needing metalwork, paint, and a full mechanical rebuild. At $750, it's either a low-cost entry into the vintage roadster world or a treasure trove of rare parts. The seller even offers local delivery within 30 miles, perfect for anyone ready to roll up their sleeves. Nine. 1973 Mercury Cougar XR7 Convertible. A mid-70s muscle convertible with big cat charm, this Cougar XR7 was driven onto the seller's property about a year ago and ran well at the time. Now it refuses to start, and the reason is unknown. The car is about 80% rust-free, with the worst corrosion in the trunk floor. A replacement panel is included. Minor rust spots are present near the wheel arches and on the floor pans. The white convertible top is in good condition, and the original 351 two-barrel V8 with automatic transmission is still in place. Extras include replacement power window motors and switches and new door hinges. Wearing its original Magnum 500 wheels and a respray in green, this Cougar could be restored to its original gold and white glory or enjoyed as a sunny day cruiser with some mechanical attention. Ten. 1960 Buick Skylark. A prime candidate for a donor or restoration base, this Skylark is a complete car but comes with a locked engine. While it's being sold primarily as a parts car, the bones are there for someone looking to save a classic GM A-body. The Skylark shares much with the Chevelle, Cutlass, and Le Mans of the era, meaning parts interchangeability is strong. Whether stripped for valuable components or revived with a replacement power plant, this is an affordable entry into the muscle-era Buick scene. Whether you're drawn to the idea of saving a piece of automotive history, hunting for rare parts, or simply chasing the satisfaction of resurrecting a junkyard rescue, these 10 classics proved that the next great project doesn't have to break the bank. They might not look perfect now, but with vision, tools, and a bit of patience, each one could roll again in style. Somewhere under the faded paint and weathered metal lies the chance to create your own success story on wheels. The question is, will you be the one to bring them back to life?